Good afternoon, this is Terry from the Frugal Connection. Welcome to my kitchen. We are in the middle of a heat wave right now in Western New York, and I'm in the mood for something sweet, at the same time something cold. And so I decided to put together, with just a few simple ingredients, some ice cream, for lack of a better word. And I want to invite you along with me while I make this. This just calls for a few ingredients. I have here 4 pitted medjool dates. I have a ripe banana. Now, the riper your banana, the more sweet it becomes. So if you want it really sweet, you just let your banana ripen longer. I have a mango, and I have a can of light coconut milk. So this is low in fat, and it's unsweetened. So I'm basically just calling this some tropical dessert. And what I'm gonna do, this comes together very quickly. I have a high-speed blender. I'm gonna put in my dates to that. I'm also going to add in my banana. Now I'm gonna take care of my mango here. And basically how you do this is you just slice it, you stand it on end lengthwise, and you slice it down one side. And you'll get resistance if you hit the pit. So you just don't want the pit. And then you go down the other side, and then I basically take my knife and peel around the edge of this. And I start by cutting, I'm gonna put it in the bowl for now. Start by cutting it off the pit. Now, I love mangoes. The problem is it feels like sometimes most of the fruit is pit. However, there is a way to get as much of the fruit off that you can. I probably should use a different knife, but that's all right. All right, so I got the rest of this, I believe, is pit. Yeah. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna go all the way through to the other side. I'm just gonna go most of the way down, and I cut slices, and then I go the opposite direction and cut more slices. But I'm careful because I don't want to go through. I don't want to cut my fingers. And then you basically just peel it back like that, and you can easily pop out your cubes. I don't even remember how I learned how to do this. I think I read it somewhere, or a friend of mine showed me how to do it. Because for years I felt like I wasted mango. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing with the other half. All right, so I'm gonna put my mango that I've diced up into my blender, and now I'm gonna open my can of coconut milk. You can use full fat coconut milk if you want, but I wanna keep it low fat, so I'm not going to do that. And I'm just gonna dump this in there. Okay. I'm going to put the lid on and give it a good mix till all of this is smooth and creamy. All right. Now, I'm just going to taste this to make sure that it's at the sweetness I want. That's really good. Very yummy. You could also add pineapple to this if you want to keep those tropical flavors, but I'm going to just stick with the mango, the dates, the coconut milk, and the banana. And let me grab a spatula. All right, friends, there we go. It's in here. You could drink this like a smoothie if you wanted to. You could just pour it in a cup and drink it that way. This is warm because I used the warm banana, the warm mango. I just pulled the can of coconut milk out of my cupboard. What I'm gonna do is pop a lid on this. I'm gonna put it in my freezer. It's probably gonna take about 2 to 3 hours to freeze, and I will meet you back here to give it a taste test. But it is super, super creamy and thick, and this is gonna be delicious. And this will probably make about 2 servings, and each serving will be close to 200 calories. So, I mean, you could divide it into smaller servings if you wanted to. But I'm gonna pop it in my freezer now, and I will meet you back here when it's done, and we will give it a taste. Good afternoon. I'm back. It is the next day. I pulled this. I actually kept the ice cream in the refrigerator overnight. I got busy with other things and I actually forgot it was in there. So I dished myself up some and I want to give it a taste test with you. Now the only thing I would do differently, or not necessarily differently, is that if I had one of those ice cream makers like a Ninja Creamy machine or something like that, I would try it in that, because I think it would turn out more like the ice cream that we're used to. But in this case, I think my food processor was a great alternative to get it into that smooth texture that I'm looking for, and we're gonna give it a try. It looks great. Very good. This is very tasty. Can taste the banana, can taste the coconut, the mango. The dates are giving it the sweetness that I'm looking for, and it is delicious. And it's definitely a wonderful, cool treat on a day when it's hot, like we're having this heat wave right now. So I hope you give this one a try. I will get this recipe together. If you would like a copy of it, you can comment ice cream down below in the comment section, and I will send you the link to the recipe. My website is thefrugalconnection.com, and this channel is a way to integrate my natural frugality and wanting to save money with my health journey, and to encourage people how you can eat a plant-based whole food diet without it costing a fortune. And it's simple. Most of these recipes take less than 15 minutes to make. So I hope you'll try this one. Let me know how you like it if you do try it, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.